be the only thing that can stop it. Or, it could be the very thing that destroys them all. So right at the heart of this whole thing, we've got Dinda, and she asks her mom this heartbreaking question. Am I a witch? I mean, that one line just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures her struggle, this deep, gnawing fear that the strange power she has makes her a monster.
And this power of hers, you hear psychic abilities and you think, cool, right? Well, not for Dinda. For her, it's an absolute curse. She has these incredibly potent psychic powers, but they are dangerously uncontrolled, and they keep putting everyone she loves in serious danger.
Yeah, see, it works in this really tragic way. Anytime Dinda gets overwhelmed by a strong emotion, think anger, fear, you name it, her powers just erupt. They go haywire. We actually see it happen at a birthday party, where just a moment of frustration causes this accident that really hurts her siblings. So for Dinda, this is no superpower. It's the source of some major trauma and guilt. She gets to a point where she truly believes she's a danger to her own family. So what does she do? She actually finds a potential solution herself, this mysterious place called the Mata Hati School. Both she and her mom decide it's the only way for her to learn control and, more importantly, to keep her family safe. And that's how she ends up at Mata Hati, a school that's presented as this perfect sanctuary, a safe, totally isolated place for kids who were, well, different. On the surface, it seems like the exact place Dinda needs to be to finally figure things out. The school's headmaster, a guy named Baskoro, he really sells the place. He says its whole philosophy is about balance. Students are taught to control their third eye and channel all that crazy energy for good. It honestly sounds pretty idyllic, like a place where being special is finally a good thing. And you know what? For a minute, it seems like it might actually work. Because for the first time in her life, Dinda realizes she isn't alone. She meets other kids with these incredible abilities. There's Dennis, who can create a fireball soul, whatever that is, it sounds cool. There's Mala, an empath who literally feels other people's pain. And Uzi, who can teleport. She finally has friends who get it. But this is a horror movie, right? So you know that can't last. This so-called sanctuary has a seriously dark side. Dinda and her new friends notice there's an empty fourth bed in their room. It belonged to a girl who just vanished after one day. And even worse, there are whispers, rumors of a terrifying spirit haunting the grounds, a Kuntilanak. Yeah, this safe haven might just be a trap. Meanwhile, back home, Dinda's brothers, Kresna and Miko, they just know something is seriously wrong. They have this gut feeling, They can't shake the sense that their sister is in grave danger, and they decide they have to do something. They have to get to her. Using this tiny clue Dinda mentioned, a landmark called a hanging tree, they actually manage to find the hidden school and sneak inside. And their worst fears are confirmed almost immediately. They find out that Dinda's new friend, Dennis, has now also vanished without a trace. And this is where we get the horrifying truth. The school isn't a school at all. It's a feeding ground. The whole thing is a front for this sinister woman, Yang Suma, who literally absorbs the soul essence of her students to keep herself alive. And she has a very special plan for Dinda. See, a normal kid's soul gives her 1 year of power. Dinda's unique soul, that'll give her 80 years. So why Dinda? What makes her soul so powerful? Well, it all goes back to an ancient prophecy, one that's connected to the school's founder and the very bloodline Dinda belongs to. It's actually a couple of the teachers, Miss Adela and Master Bajo, who start putting the pieces together. They uncover the truth and realize Dinda isn't just any student with powers. She is the last heir of the Mankujiwo family, a key figure from this ancient prophecy. She is literally destined to wield a power that could either be the school's salvation or its total destruction. Okay, so the stage is set. The battle lines are officially drawn. On one side, we have Dinda and her crew, her brothers, her friends, those 2 loyal teachers, and a mysterious, powerful weapon. And facing them, young Suma, her loyal henchmen Baskoro and Miss Lemo, and the terrifying Kuntilanak spirit that she controls. Dinda's only real hope lies in this sacred weapon, the Joko Bumi Dagger. It was left behind by the school's founder for this exact purpose, to fight evil forces. But there's a catch. It's dormant. Its power can only be unlocked and wielded by a true Mankujiwo heir. In other words, only by Dinda. As the full moon rises, it's time.
Yang Suma begins her ritual. Her plan is to fully merge with the Kuntilanak spirit and absorb Dinda's soul, which would give her unimaginable power. This is it. The final showdown is about to begin. Okay, everything starts happening really fast now. Yang Suma kicks off her ritual, trapping Dinda and the other kids, but Miss Adela and Master Bejo stage this frantic rescue attempt. And in all the chaos, Dinda connects with her heritage and finally draws the Jogobumi dagger, unleashing its power and setting the stage for one last epic confrontation. And right here, facing this absolute monster, Dinda has this incredible breakthrough. She declares she's not afraid of who she is anymore. She accepts her power, her flaws, all of it. The very thing she feared most, being a witch, now becomes the source of her greatest strength. It's an amazing moment. And with that newfound self-acceptance, she uses the dagger not just as a weapon, but as a kind of conduit. She performs her own ritual, calling on the forces of good to literally sever the connection between Yang Suma and the Kuntilanak, defeating them both for good. And just like that, it's over. The evil is gone. Dinda's transformation is totally complete. She's no longer a victim of her abilities, she's a master of them. I mean, just look at the difference here. She goes from being terrified of her own identity to completely embracing it. From feeling so alone and isolated by her powers to feeling connected to her friends through them. Her future isn't some dangerous unknown anymore. Now she's a protector, a leader. And what about the school? Well, with Yang Suma gone, Miss Adela and Master Bejo take over. They transform Mata Hati into the true, safe sanctuary it was always supposed to be, for kids with special gifts. So in the end, Kuntilanak 3 is so much more than just a ghost story. It's about the kind of strength you can only find when you stop suppressing what makes you different, and instead you fearlessly embrace it. It really leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What kind of power could you unlock if you just stopped being afraid of